Hey, I just checked in and I am hiker number 377 to start the trail tomorrow. I'm really excited, and part of what I'm excited about is I am at a training right now about Leave No Trace. I know that we talked about that in the classrooms when I came, and I have Bill here with me who is a professional at Leave No Trace, and he's going to teach you a little bit more about it.
Hi, I'm Bill, and I'm here to talk a little bit about Leave No Trace. There's 7 principles, and we're going to talk about all 7, and we're going to use our hands to help us remember how to do that. So we have them all up here on the wall, and I'll go through them very quickly. Number 1 says plan and prepare, and the way we remember that is we say number 1, know before you go. And this is all about looking at maps, reading regulations, checking your gear out, know what you're going to do, and know what to expect. Number 2, we talk about travel and camp on durable surfaces. And the way we remember that is to say, number 2, hike and camp on durable surfaces. And that makes it easy to remember, and you can just do that and tell your parents and friends all about it. Number 3 says dispose of waste properly. So number 3, stash your trash, put it in your pocket. Number 3, stash your trash, take everything out you bring in with you and some more if you find it. Number 4 says leave what you find. Number 4, leave it. You don't pick up pretty rocks or pretty flowers or berries and things because the people behind you wouldn't be able to see the same thing you did. So you want to leave what you find. Number 6 down here is, or number 5, I'm sorry. Number 5 is about minimizing campfires. So number 5, make it a fire. Be careful with campfire impacts. You want to keep your campfire small. You don't want to put food in your fire pit. You don't want to make big fire rings. We don't want to burn down the forest. So we really encourage people to use their little camp stoves rather than build fires in the first place. And right now it's so wet you couldn't build a fire if you wanted to. Number 6 is about respecting wildlife. So here's your animal, number 5 and a finger, number 6, and you pet the animal. So number 6 is respect wildlife. We're coming into their world. They're not coming into ours. We want to keep our distance. We don't want our animal, our pets, to chase the wildlife. We don't want to feed them things they're not used to eating. So take care of your food, keep your pets on a leash, and don't approach wildlife. We use the rule of thumb. If you can see the animal behind your thumb, you're far enough away on that. And the last one, number 7, is be considerate of other hikers. So number 7 is say hi, peace, love, hike your own hike, and let them hike theirs. Hope you have a great hike.
We have a project in New Hampshire right now where there are some folks that are very well intended that are leaving little rocks on the side of the trail that they're painting, and they have little happy messages, and it's a really sweet idea, but there's a lot of controversy about it. How do you feel about that as a Leave No Trace principle?
Well, just like we said, we don't want to leave a trace. You should pass through the wilderness and nobody should know you were ever there. And there's 2 parts of that relative to the principles here. We don't want to leave waste, and really something that came from the outside, and when you think about the wilderness, it's really waste. And the other thing is we want to leave what you find. And when you find nature in its natural state with natural plants, natural rocks, that's what we want people to see. We don't want to bring the city to the woods, right? So keep those rocks at home and keep them pretty and use them for memories, but don't leave them on the trail.
So in all this beauty, it's pretty amazing that we can come here and we do see a trace that people have been here before us. Right off of the waterfall, this rock, people have scratched their initials and names into it. That's definitely leaving a trace. And along the trail this morning, we've only been on the trail for 6 miles and we've already picked up this much garbage along the trail that we are carrying out to the next road crossing that has a garbage can, which will probably be in a few days. So we've got to carry other people's trash with us just to do the right thing and leave less of a trace that we were here. So this is Captain Planet, and she is a ridge runner, and part of her job is teaching hikers about Leave No Trace, which you guys have been learning about. And she is out collecting trash as part of her job on the trail to make sure that our impact is minimized. So yay for ridge runners and Captain Planet. Part of Leave No Trace is making sure that we take care of the wildlife so they're not attracted to our food and our campsites. So Costa is going to show us how to hang some food on a what do we call these, cables? There's lots of different things we can do, but this is one of the techniques that we use at camp for getting our food up out of the area so we don't attract bears or mice or any little critters to come near us. It's pretty easy. And up it goes. Nice. And in the morning, we'll take it down and we'll head off to our next campsite. Yay! Carson has the first question for me. Carson from Clinton, New York, asked how I am going to read on the trail. He loves reading at night and wants to know if I am going to be reading books on the trail. Carson, the problem with reading books are twofold. One is that they're heavy and it gets dark really early. So what I am doing instead is I am listening to audiobooks on the trail and in my tent at night. So I am getting in my literature, but not by book. I'm getting it by audio instead. Thanks for asking the question. Good morning. This is your first clue about where I am on the Appalachian Trail. I have reached mile 28 and I am at the oldest shelter on the Appalachian Trail. I am still in the state of Georgia and I am in the highest peak on the Appalachian Trail in the state. Can you figure out where I am?